Could a simple blood test determine how likely you are to develop Alzheimer's? Researchers say it can. The question is, would you want to take that test?
Well, we asked our social media followers, would you want to know if you're going to develop Alzheimer's later in life? Well, 31,000 people participated. That's a big number. Yeah. Results are in. 81% said yes, they would want to know.
This panel, I'm curious.
I would want to know, and you know, my mom, we've discussed it on the show. She ultimately succumbed to dementia and Alzheimer's, and so we know that everything has a genetic component. I would want to know. Have you had any testing done? There's no such thing as a perfect test right now, but there are things that they can look at. Have you had any of that? You know, on the show over the years, we've sent these things out to check your genes, and I did not come up positive for that, so.
I would want to know a couple of things. I would have questions. I would want to know the false positive rate, meaning is there a probability that they can say I have the disease when I really don't have the disease? And also I would want to know what my treatment would be, because as of now, we don't really have great treatments. We have things to help with memory for a little bit, but the medications don't work for everybody. So I'm hoping that we will make more progress with that. But when it would be time for me to take the test, I would want to say, okay, if it comes back positive, what medications would I take? What are the side effects? What's the probability that they would work? And, you know, like,
so
I would want to know
like maybe things. Right now you wouldn't take it.
No.
Because right now the answer would be, Dr. Nita, we don't have the perfect treatment, and you wouldn't want to sit around for those 20 years potentially waiting. Because I think that's the one thing that is such a flaw in a lot of these tests is if you're sitting there waking up every morning and you forgot where the keys were last night, which sometimes we do.
Right.
And every day it's a trigger and you're nervous and you're waiting and waiting and waiting. You got to think through that mentally. Would you want to have that be your life? And the one thing about dementia, and Drew, one of the things I have to give you credit for is you live your life in such a healthy way.
Yeah. Well, that's the key.
That's
you know, if you were to know 20 years in advance, you should be doing those things anyways. Yeah. You should be doing it now. You should be proactive. And what are we talking about? A healthy lifestyle. That means eating right, making sure you get plenty of sleep, make sure you're exercising on a regular basis. All those things.
Stimulate your mind.
And stimulating your mind, staying busy, staying active. We know studies have shown all those things make a difference.
And you do. You said during your spare time you like to do crossword puzzles and things like that. So doing crossword puzzles, picking up new hobbies, those are things that will keep your brain active, and that can help you prevent dementia overall.
But I will say this particular test, which can help measure the plaque buildup that can occur in people with dementia, in studies, 86% test accuracy, which is a pretty good number. And I think we're going to see a lot more in the next few years on this in terms of not only these tests that may predict your risk, but also hopefully more and more treatments, because dementia is 6th leading cause of death here in the U.S. Stick around.